Today, we're replacing a dead, leaking battery in a 2018 Subaru Outback 3.6R Limited. This video shows how to replace the battery and the correct steps for disconnecting and reconnecting the battery terminals. With the car off, open the hood. A 10mm deep socket wrench, a 10mm wrench, a battery terminal brush, gloves, and safety glasses are all needed for this project. I placed my tools on the engine cover since we want to avoid resting them on the battery for safety. As mentioned, there's a proper sequence for disconnecting and reconnecting battery terminals. To remember which terminal to disconnect and reconnect first, we could use the phrase, disconnect the dead, connect the red. The dead is the negative terminal, which serves as the ground, while red refers to the positive terminal that delivers power to the car. Comment below if you have a way of remembering which terminal to disconnect and reconnect first. To disconnect the old battery, I used a 10mm deep socket wrench to loosen the nut on the negative terminal and lift it off the battery post. Keep the terminal away from the negative post to prevent sparks, which can occur if it moves and touches the battery post. I used a 10mm wrench to loosen the nut from the positive terminal next. It was still tight after loosening the nut, so I used a flathead screwdriver to widen the terminal ends for easier removal. A 10mm deep socket wrench can be used to remove the two battery bolts as well. Then lift the battery hold down out of the way. Notice the wet top of the battery? That's battery acid. The battery is leaking and the car won't start, which is why we're replacing it. Carefully lift the battery out of the tray. I took the old battery to an auto store and picked up a new one while I was there. I found the right battery by entering my vehicle information on O'Reilly's website, as it's the closest store to me. Many auto stores and Walmart have similar search features. I chose the SuperStart Extreme Battery part number 25EXT for its 3-year warranty. While an AGM battery was listed as an option, I didn't choose it since my Subaru lacks start-stop technology or high electrical demands. With the battery removed, I cleaned the tray, terminal connectors, and battery hold down with a sponge dipped in a baking soda and water mixture, then dried everything thoroughly. Unfortunately, the new battery didn't fit the old cover, so I installed it without the sleeve. Since an insulated battery sleeve helps extend battery life by keeping heat away, I plan to order one that fits the new battery. Seat the new battery in the tray, ensuring the minus symbol aligns with the negative terminal and the plus symbol with the positive terminal, which also has a red cover. Reinstall the battery hold down. I mistakenly placed the hold down over the battery carrying strap, but it should have gone underneath the strap directly on the battery cover to properly secure it. The old battery had its carrying strap entirely removed, and I could have done the same with the new one. With the battery properly oriented, insert and tighten the two battery bolts using a 10mm deep socket wrench. Tighten them snugly without over-tightening to avoid damaging the battery. Ensure the battery is secure and doesn't move easily. I used a flathead screwdriver to remove the month and year stickers to indicate that I installed the battery in September 2024. I bought a battery terminal protection kit since I didn't already have a terminal brush or silicone grease. Use the brush to clean the battery terminals until they're shiny, ensuring good electrical contact by removing dirt, oxidation, and corrosion. Optionally, install terminal protection felt pads, which provide a barrier against moisture and dirt while containing additives to neutralize acids and prevent corrosion, extending battery life. I left the smaller and larger diameter pads joined, but for top post batteries like this one, only the smaller inner pad is needed. Use the brush to clean the inside of the terminal connectors until they're shiny, ensuring good electrical contact by removing dirt, oxidation, and corrosion. Reconnect the battery cables in the reverse sequence, remembering disconnect the dead, connect the red. Connect the red positive terminal first, placing it over the battery post until it's fully seated against either the felt pad or the battery cover, then tighten the nut with a 10mm wrench. It should be snug, but not overly tight. The ground or black cable is reconnected last to avoid sparks. Connect the black negative terminal by placing it over the battery post until it's fully seated against the felt pad or battery cover, then tighten the nut with a 10mm deep socket wrench. Again, it should be snug but not overly tight. I used the protection spray from the kit, but honestly, I won't use it again due to the lingering odor. The instructions warned against breathing the fumes, and I could smell them for days after driving the car. Next time, I plan to use high-temperature silicone grease or dielectric grease, which should not have an odor when the car is running. I also prefer its appearance over the red dye terminal protection spray. Regardless of your choice, apply it to the posts and terminals only after tightening the connections. Dielectric grease is an insulator and does not conduct electricity. Finally, replace the red positive terminal cover. With the new battery connected, close the hood and start the car to ensure it's working properly. Some car settings may be lost during the battery replacement, but a memory saver can help prevent this. I noticed my trip information was reset, but many settings were retained. The clock time was correct, my mileage was preserved, saved navigation destinations were present, Bluetooth paired devices were unaffected, and my seat memory settings remained unchanged. I hope this video helps or inspires you in some way. Thanks for watching!